Harvesting of a crop is a very important task. The cutting of crop after it is mature, that is called as harvesting. So when a crop is mature, it is cut off and that is called as harvesting. In harvesting, the crops are pulled out. Pulled out means they will be completely uprooted. They will be pulled out from the ground along with the roots, or they will be cut close to the ground. So while harvesting, the crops will be pulled out or they will be cut close to the ground. It usually takes 3 or 4 months for a cereal crop to mature. So it takes a cereal crop. Cereal crop means either rice or wheat crops. It takes them 3 or 4 months to mature. Now harvesting in our country is either done manually, and manually the tool is sickle. So here you can see the sickle. Can you see it here? Yes, it is the arival. അല്ലേ നമ്മൾ മലയാളത്തിൽ എന്താ പറയുന്നത് അരിവാൾ. So it is a sickle, or it is done by a machine that is called as the harvester. So harvesting is done either by a sickle or a harvester. And in the harvested crop, the grain seeds have to be separated from the stalk. The grain seeds will be attached to the stalk and they have to be separated. And this process of separating the grain seeds from the stalk is called as threshing. Now, the harvesting and the threshing together can be carried out with the help of a machine that is called as a combine. Now, the harvesting and the threshing can be done together with the help of a machine that is called as the combine. What is threshing? The separation of the grain from the stalk. That is called as threshing. Now, winnowing. Winnowing is the separation of grain and chaff. The grain is separated from the chaff by a process that is called as winnowing. And farmers with a small holding of land, they do the separation by winnowing. Threshing. Threshing is the process of separating the grains from the stalk. So the process of separating grains from the stalk is called as threshing. And before threshing, the stalks are dried in the sun. And after that, look here, you can see the stalk of grain. There are many grains attached to each stalk. Each stalk, this is a stalk, a cover. And many grains will be attached to the stalk and they have to be separated to get grains like this. So the grains have to be separated from the stalk, and you can't do this by picking it by hand one by one. No, that is not going to be happening. That is not possible. So what is done? The stalks are beaten to free the grain seeds. They are beaten to free the grain seeds. Now threshing is also done with the help of bullocks. Either manually people will be beating the stalks to separate the grain, or it will be done with the help of bullocks, and machines are also used. When there is a large amount of grain, then what will be done? Machines will be used. And in the next step, the grain is pounded in a mortar. This is a mortar and pestle, and the grain is pounded. അപ്പോൾ എന്തിനാ കുത്തുന്നത്? നെല്ല് കുത്തുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഇതുപോലെ ഇങ്ങനെ കുത്തിയെടുക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് എന്ത് പറ്റും? ആ നെല്ലിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് അരിയും ഉമിയായിട്ട് കിട്ടും. അപ്പോൾ ഈ അരിയും ഉമിയായിട്ട് കിട്ടിയെങ്കിലും ഇത് രണ്ടും കലർന്നാണ് ഇരിക്കുന്നത്, അല്ലേ? നമുക്കിതിങ്ങനെ കഴിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. സോ ദ ഗ്രെയിൻസ്, the rice have to be separated from the chaff, and that process is called as winnowing. ഇതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ അരിയും ഉമിയും നമുക്ക് വേർതിരിച്ചെടുക്കണം, നമുക്ക് സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം, and that process is called as winnowing. Winnowing is used to separate heavier and lighter components. ഇവിടെ കണ്ടാൽ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം നെല്ലിന് ഭാരം കൂടുതലായിരിക്കും, മറ്റേ ചാഫ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആ ഉമിക്ക് ഭാരം കുറവായിരിക്കും. And that process is used in winnowing to separate the grains from the chaff, the rice from the chaff, But this is the process of winnowing. Winnowing is done by blowing air or by wind. What is done? The lighter chaff will be separated from the rice grain. So here you can see a machine is used for winnowing. അപ്പോൾ അരി താഴോട്ട് വീഴുന്നുണ്ട്. The rice will fall down inside the vessel, while what will happen to the chaff? The chaff is lighter, so it will be blown by the wind and it will fall far away. Here you can see it. So the rice, since it is heavier, it will be falling into the vessel, and what happens to the chaff? the chaff will be blown far away. And this is the process of winnowing. Storage. After harvesting comes storage. Now, storage of produce is an important task. Produce means whatever yield that is obtained from the field. It may be grains or it may be pulses or any other yield. If the grains are to be kept for a long time, they should be safe from insects, rats and microorganisms. They should be safe from moisture, insects, rats and microorganisms. Now the harvested grains, they have a lot of moisture. And if the freshly harvested grains are stored without drying, they will get spoiled or they will be attacked by organisms. As a result of which they will become unfit for human use or for germination. That is, we won't be able to eat them or they won't germinate properly because they get spoiled or attacked by the organisms. Hence, before storing them, the grains are properly dried in the sun to reduce the moisture. They are dried in the sun and this will reduce the moisture in the seeds, in the grains, and this will prevent the attack by insect pests, bacteria and fungi. Now the farmers will be storing grains in jute bags or metallic bins. Large scale storage of grains is done in silos and granaries to protect them from pests like rat and insects. Silos are the large, huge metal structures that you see above. And for large scale storage, the grains will be kept in silos and granaries. At home, dried neem leaves are used. While storing food grains at home, we put dried neem leaves. But for storing large quantities of grains in godowns, specific chemical treatments are required. And this will protect them from the pests and the microorganisms. The silos and the granaries, they will be treated with chemicals so that it can be protected. Now you know that just like plants, animals will also provide us with different kinds of food like milk, egg, etc. And the animals, they are reared at home or in farms, and these animals, they have to be given food, shelter and care. And when this is done in a large scale, it is called as animal husbandry. So animal husbandry means providing the animals with proper food, shelter and care.